This is the Great Basin prescribed fire and weather briefing for Wednesday, March 26th. Looking on the activity map across the region, we do have quite a bit of prescribed burning going on, especially up in the north, up on the Payette, uh, further down south. Anywhere you see the purple circles, the red circles indicate recent natural fires in the last 24 hours, and these small circles are typically an acre or less. Looking at precipitation the past 7 days, mostly light to moderate amounts up in northern areas, but it's been bone dry across much of western and southern areas. You see the percent of normal in the red, and dark red indicates the driest locations. Our 100-hour fuels show that to a certain extent down in southern Nevada in the mid to upper single digits, otherwise near normal, about 11 to 15% in central areas, and then very moist above 20% where you see the dark green. Our flash drought index, the EDDI, shows critical levels, highest levels in the southern third of Nevada and southern third of Utah, as well as the Arizona Strip, and much more moist areas further north. Snowpack, most areas near or even above normal, where you see the light blue and darker blue shades. The greens are basically normal, near 100%. It's only in southern Utah, the Arizona Strip, and especially southeast Utah, down by some of the highest peaks of the Manti La Sal National Forest, where we see snowpack levels only around 30%. Now, the upper level map on the left, it is showing a deep low pressure area off the Pacific Northwest coast, but a big ridge of high pressure across much of the Great Basin. So today, dry weather, sunny skies, temperatures well above normal in most areas. Maybe some clouds and a sprinkle in the far south. Dispersion under the high, a little bit not so good in the yellow and red shades in the eastern Great Basin, but pretty good everywhere else. And it's good in the west because of the increasing winds ahead of that low, but lighter winds further east. You can see our humidity levels quite dry, upper single digits down south, teens in central areas, and 20 to 30%, or even 40% further north. Now, the transport winds are quite a bit stronger. So these are similar to ridgetop winds, 25 to 35 miles an hour off the Sierra. But again, light winds further east. The vertical mixing, pretty good all areas. Yellow is at least 3,000 plus feet above ground level. The reds are 4, 5, 6,000 feet. Now, for tomorrow, dispersion improves quite a bit here on the right. Almost everybody in the white because the high pressure ridge weakens and shifts about 400 miles further east. In response to this low pressure area pushing in, low pressure area tends to have a more unstable atmosphere, and there'll be some showers leading edge of that low pushing into parts of Utah. The deeper moisture is still off the Pacific Northwest. You see the stronger winds with that low at the surface, 25 to 35 miles an hour. We see the orange. Humidity levels coming up just a few percent in most areas. You see the transport winds quite strong in Nevada. Those browns are 45, 55 mile an hour ridge or transport winds, and still 30, 35 further east in parts of Utah and Idaho, and even the higher terrain of Wyoming. Vertical mixing looking really good, 4 to 10,000 feet above ground level. And then the low pressure area kind of broadens out, but it does have quite a swath of moisture across the eastern half of Utah and much into Idaho. Drier air undercutting it from the south and west. Most areas, pretty good dispersion. Surface winds strongest in the southeast part of Utah, coming out of the southwest. Humidity levels, again, up a little bit higher, mid-teens in the south, 30 to 45% or higher in the north. I see the transport winds, of course, always a little bit stronger in those areas off the Sierra and down in southern Utah, lighter elsewhere. And again, excellent vertical mixing as to be expected this time of year with a higher sun angle. 1 to 3 day precip amounts, most of it in the north and fairly light to moderate. Then on Saturday, we have still lingering moisture in eastern areas, but a broader area of moisture off the coast, and that moisture will push through on Sunday, and then Monday we'll have to watch. There's this model solution has a broad area of moisture, not just regular moisture, but a tap from the atmospheric river, or the sometimes referred to as the Pineapple Express, subtropical moisture pushing the Southern California and some into Utah, and that could affect our eastern areas and southern areas as we go into early next week. Day 4, Day 5 precipitation shows some of it, but this one is a little bit underdone. So we'll have to watch the models and see how things change overall, but this is the 7-day overall precip, and I do want to stress there could be a bit more here in the south than this indicator is showing. And a local forecast for here in Salt Lake City area for those in the Utah region, quite warm next 2 days. Temperatures in the valleys upper 70s, probably in the 80s down by St. George, and then showers return for the weekend. The 8 to 14 day does show a wetter trend, both cooler than normal temperatures and wetter than normal precipitation. And that concludes our briefing. Have a great day.